So, is the Costco executive membership a scam? Short answer is no, it's not. And I'm going to explain why. And if you disagree, feel free to talk to a manager or you can leave it in the comment section below. We can talk about it, we can debate about it, but truth be told, Costco is not for everybody, and the executive membership is not for everybody. But I've already made a video talking about the difference between the memberships and which one is the best one for you. So if you want to go check that out, I'm going to leave a link right here. I'm also going to leave it in the comment section below because I want you to watch this video before you go there. Also, if you stick to the end of this video, I will give you a tip on how not to get asked about upgrading to the executive membership again. So every few months, Costco will have these weekend campaigns. Sometimes they're a little bit longer, but typically it's just for like 3 or 4 days, where we have employees walking around the whole front end. We call these floaters, and you'll see these employees walking around with a little scanner gun, and they'll come to you while you're waiting in line and they'll ask to scan your membership. Sometimes they'll scan it and they'll leave you alone. Sometimes they'll scan it and they'll talk to you about the executive membership. So how do we determine this? Well, one, they're basically seeing if you're already an executive membership or if you're still a Gold Star member. And two, if you're already an executive, they'll just leave you alone. If you're a Gold Star member, sometimes they'll talk to you and sometimes they'll actually leave. The reason is because if you're not spending enough money, that scanner will tell us, and then we'll know not to spend time with you because it's not worth it for you. But most times it is. Most times you are spending enough money, and that's why we talk to you. So I want to show you what we actually see on these scanners and how that determines whether or not we want to talk to you about upgrading to the executive membership or not, and why it's not really a scam. Also, if you're enjoying these videos, please leave a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help out my channel a lot, and it allows me to get these videos out. So here I am in the optical department, and as you can see, I got a hold of one of those scanner guns. So basically what we do is we're going to scan the membership bar, and once we scan that, we're going to get this information right here. You're going to see the membership number, the name of the member, and whether they're the primary or the secondary card holder. The primary are the ones who create the membership, and they're the ones that can make decisions for the membership. So technically, if you're the secondary member, you have no authorization to make any changes, including upgrading to the executive membership. So if you're the secondary, somebody comes and scans your card, they might tell you about it, but they'll ask you to get the primary card holder to come and do the upgrade. Now here, because this is my card, it does say employee family, and I am an executive member because all employees get the executive membership after their 90 days. And it's good to know that this expires in 2099. After we look at the membership information, we would go to the next page where it basically tells us how much it would cost to upgrade to the executive membership. Now, obviously, because I am an employee and I'm already an executive, it does show as 0. But here we have an example for somebody who is a Gold Star member. Larry over here is also the primary member. He is a Gold Star, and his membership expires October of 2024. We can see that he signed up for his membership in July of 2005. When we look at how much it would cost for him to upgrade to the executive membership, we can see that it's going to be $20 plus the $1.45 in tax. Now, why is it only $20 and not $60? Because the Costco executive membership is a prorated amount. So because it's getting closer to the full year cycle, that number is going to drop. Now, one thing I should mention is that if you are in this scenario where you're only going to pay $20 to upgrade to the executive membership, you want your executive reward check to be at least this amount. This is a huge misconception, and people assume that just because you're an executive member, you should get your whole membership paid for. That's not how it works. Costco will tell you that you'll make at least what you paid for the executive membership. So given the amount of time left that this member has, making $20 in the next 4 months is pretty plausible. Now, if this person was to receive a check that was less than the $21.45 that he is paying for here, then Costco can downgrade him back to the Gold Star membership and give him the remainder of his money back. So if he made $15 on his rewards check, Costco will refund him an additional $6.45. Here we have another member who is also the primary. They're a Gold Star member, and they expire in September of 2024. So given that it's a month less, then that upgrade amount comes down to $15 instead of $20. I think the lowest amount I've ever seen is like, it actually might be the $15. I don't think it goes any lower than this. And I wish I had an example here, but for members whose membership will expire in the next 2 months, it'll actually show as $60 to upgrade to the executive member. This is actually a good thing, because if you have 2 months to your membership renewal and you upgrade to the executive now, you'll pay $60 now, or side note, you can actually pay the full $120, and then you're renewed for a year and 2 months. So now you're actually accumulating money for a full 12 months because you do get your checks 2 months before your membership expires. So as a side note, we can also look at this information on our computers, not just the scanners. And we can see here that this member has their secondary here, Jonathan, and then they had a previous member that they've removed, and that's why you see the no on active or the N. Now, if you look up here, you'll see that the executive reward estimate is $164.54. So if these members had been on the executive membership from their last renewal, which happened on September 4th of 2023, their check would be this high. And then still having a couple of months left to go, that check would be a lot higher. And this wouldn't only pay the executive portion of the membership, this would pay the full membership, the $120, and you get paid extra. So these are the numbers that we look for. These are the members that we really want to talk about upgrading to the executive membership because it is 100% worth it. It takes maybe 10-15 minutes of your time. So there you have it. If we are talking to you about upgrading to the executive membership, it's because our systems are doing the math for us and showing us that you could benefit from this. It would be a win-win situation. You should also know that we actually don't make commission out of these sales. I forgot to mention here that Costco will do friendly competitions between the cashiers, assistants, and the floaters to see who can get the most upgrades in the weekend. In my opinion, Costco does this as an incentive for the employees to actually get out there and talk to you about the membership. And we want to just know really how many memberships we're getting throughout the weekend versus the rest of the year, right? And with these friendly competitions, like I said, we don't get money. We don't get anything besides a candy bar maybe, and maybe bragging rights. I don't know. But even though it's a friendly competition, some employees get really into it and they can be very intense. And I know that it can be a little annoying. I like to think that when I did it, I wasn't that annoying. I really just kind of gave you the facts and I kind of left it up to you to decide whether or not you wanted to do it. But again, because we don't make commission, I'm not going to push you to do it. I didn't care enough about getting a candy bar or my numbers. But I'm not gonna lie, even when I was cashiering and I had the floaters talking to the members next to me, sometimes it was a little hard to listen to them pitch the executive membership and get so pushy with it. So if you've been in this situation, I'm really sorry. I promise we're not trying to be malicious or annoying. I have to say, in our defense, I have seen memberships where the members are spending thousands of dollars, and I mean like $10,000. It's not super common, but I've seen it, and they are on a gold membership. And so when I look at these numbers and I tell them like, hey, you know, you could be making a ton of money back, and they say no, it's kind of hard. It's hard to. I don't understand why you wouldn't want to do it. I get it if you shop once a month, or maybe you go a little bit more often, but you're only spending a couple of $100 a month. You're not going to make enough money. It's not worth it for you. Don't get it. But when you're spending $10,000 in like 3 months, I don't know. I even if I was breaking even, I would want to get it just simply because of the other perks that you get with the membership, aside from the 2% cashback. All right. And for the tip that I was telling you about, if you're one of those people that just doesn't want to be bothered about it, you're not interested in the executive membership, and you're happy with just your base Gold Star membership and you just want to go shop and whatever, all you have to do is grab a Sharpie and write "Don't ask" in the back of your membership card. When people come and scan your card, they'll see that and they'll be like, okay, and they'll leave you alone, or at least they should. That's what we've been told. I hope this information is not outdated. Like I said, I've been in the optical department for a few years now, 5, 6, 7, I don't know, something like that. And I don't get to do this very often, but I still see cards every now and then that say "Don't ask" in the back of it. So I'm assuming that it still works. So try it and see if that's okay. If they tell you not to do it, I mean, I guess they'll tell you, but at least now they know that they shouldn't ask you about it. So, but yeah, whenever I saw that, I wouldn't even bother to like bring it up or anything like that. Most people won't. So there you go. All right, guys. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry that I've been away for a little while, just posting shorts here and there. May and June were really busy months for me. If you enjoyed the video, please, again, likes always help. Subscribes always help. Sharing it helps. commenting helps. So if you have any further questions or you disagree with some points, please let me know in the comment section below. I do read the comments. I read them mostly when I post the video, and I try to go back every now and then, but I do get a lot of them, so if I don't get to you, I'm really sorry. But I promise I do read as much as I can. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.